While we stayed in that flat, it was too far from the creche, so I actually employed a nanny for my daughter. And during that time, that was when, again, my husband showed this other side of him. There was a day we had a kitten that we got for my daughter, so she had a pet. And one day I brought the sand for the sandbox home. It was very heavy, and we had to go upstairs. And he said my daughter got to carry it. It was her cat. I said, don't be ridiculous. I couldn't even carry it. But he was trying to insist. When we got in the flat, that was the first time I ever raised my voice. And the last time, as it happened. I'm not a person who normally shouts. But when we got in, I said, who the hell do you think you are? God! And he looked shocked. That night, my daughter got out of bed, and I said it was because she'd never, ever heard her mother shout before. While we were staying there was one night when she was messing around, not eating the food, when he'd had a couple of drinks. And he took off his belt and started flicking it against the wall. By this time, my daughter had shown that she was terrified of her father, and she began to cry. And now she was 4 or 5 years old. I said, you will not touch her. He said, you can't stop me. You're not big enough. I said, I will lie on top of her, on the bed. You'll have to knock me senseless before you can reach her. And the neighbours will have come to find out what the screams were about. That changed his mind. That was the last time he ever tried to touch her again, which I realise is just amazing. I should have done that right at the beginning, but I was not strong enough. I know we're not supposed to make excuses, but then we have to excuse our own parents, don't we, for all the things they did, just as our children have to forgive us for the mistakes and terrible things we've done.